Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Kenya Kwanza members of parliament are coming out to confront William Ruto today, live as reports alleged that these members of parliament today, they had a PG meeting in State House. And because William Ruto never accepted that what they talked about in that meeting to be escalated out is because of the secrecy. But now the truth is here. William Ruto is being confronted by these members of parliament as they are alleging that if he is not going to talk about the issue of fuel, then the Kenya Kwanza government is losing the popularity, or rather their popularity is reducing day in, day out. According to the reports that I have watched from NTV News, they are having an inclusive details on how these members of parliament are rebelling, saying that if William Ruto is not going to address the issue of prices of fuel, then they don't have any option but to stop selling the agenda of Kenya Kwanza government. The reason is because as the prices of fuel is continuing to increase, it means that the agendas and ideologies of hustlers, it seems like they are abandoning. So they're feeling pain that only the issue of fuel price is a complete tool to derail them and also reduce their popularity. And I want you to watch the way it was.
And President William Ruto has indicated that there is nothing much that his government can do to stop the increase in fuel prices. In a parliamentary group meeting held at State House, Nairobi, Tuesday morning, the president is reported to have reiterated that high fuel prices are as a result of global factors. Now, this comes just a day after Energy Cabinet Secretary David Chirchir said that a litre of petrol may rise to 300 shillings due to the ongoing Israeli-Hamas conflict in the Gaza Strip. And as Ibrahim Karanja puts it, Kenya Kwanza MPs are reported to have openly voiced their concerns to the president that if fuel prices keep rising, then they are fast losing popularity.
Just a day after Energy CS David Chirchir indicated that fuel prices may still go up, with a litre of super petrol even costing 300 shillings, lawmakers within the Kenya Kwanza alliance are now a worried lot, even airing their concern to President William Ruto during their parliamentary group meeting held at State House Tuesday morning. According to the members of parliament who spoke to NTV off camera, there is a growing concern that if the cost of fuel and indeed the cost of living keeps going up, then their alliance is increasingly losing popularity and seen as having abandoned the hustler agenda on whose shoulder they rode on to power. But President William Ruto once again stating that there is nothing much that his government can do and that the skyrocketing fuel prices are as a result of global factors. The president citing the already existing fuel stabilization fund as a short-term remedy, completely dismissing any possibility of the return of subsidies as had been suggested by a section of lawmakers. On concerns about losing popularity, the MPs state that the president's response was that they do not have to be popular all the time as long as they are popular when and where it matters. The country's plan to deploy 1,000 national police officers to the war-torn Caribbean nation Haiti also featured prominently at the PG, with President Ruto whipping them to support the agenda, stating that Kenya's leadership was chosen due to the country's strong democracy. This was after concerns that a section of Kenya Kwanza MPs are skeptical about the mission to Haiti. The PG happened only hours before the National Assembly reconvened from recess, with the president laying out some of the legislation that will be headed to Parliament in coming days. They agreed to another meeting next week to particularly discuss on matters fuel prices. Ibrahim Karanja, NTV.
So when you look at the way this PG meeting was, it was secretive. I told you here, I have analyzed a certain video here about that secretive PG meeting that was held at State House. I told you here, there's something wrong. Some people thought like I was lying. Things are not good, as their own members of parliament are now coming out to hit them and telling them, leave alone other things. The price of fuel only is derailing our popularity on the ground. And if this is not going to be resolved, then we are ready to abandon the agenda. Because it seems like they have abandoned the agenda of the hustlers. You know, these people are so panicked because during the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, it is the same people who came out telling you that Uhuru Kenyatta does not understand the kind of situation he's putting people when he is coming out to raise the price of fuel. Now, the man that was saying those words are now the president. You are the president. At the same time, the Azimio, they have come out to complain about the price of fuel. Now, it is shocking William Ruto today at PG meeting, as his own members of parliament are coming out to rebel and telling him that you look at, you must reduce the price of fuel. In other words, they are simplifying, saying that, Mr. President, you are wasting us. And by wasting them, it is clear indication that William Ruto is so tensed that even this war has escalated to his own members of parliament. Now his own members of parliament are rebelling, telling him that now this is whatever we want. This is what we want. Despite of William Ruto coming out to have a stance also, he's saying, despite of among you, that certain members of parliament are proposing the subsidy. He's coming out to reject and saying that he's not going to accept the subsidy. At the same time, he's coming out that it doesn't have anything to do with the prices of fuel. It doesn't have anything to do. So it means the prices of fuel is just going to hike up by next week, according to what we are waiting from April. But again, at the same time, this is something that is happening. You want to tell me the Kenya Kwanza government is solving the problem they came out yelling about during the regime of Uhuru Kenyatta or not? They are not resolving it. They are stranded. In fact, those who are so eloquent, like people like Ndini Nyoro, they've kept quiet. They're not talking about it. So in real sense, there's nothing wrong with Azimio coming out to complain about it. At the same time, his own members of parliament are coming out to rebel, telling him that enough is enough. You're wasting us. You're making the ground to be tough, hostile. We can't do anything. Even despite of Ruto indicating that there is nothing much his government can do to stop the increase in fuel prices. And again, according to the reports, we are being told that William Ruto have reiterated that high fuel prices are a result of global factors. So it doesn't have anything to do about the prices of fuel. So I think it is a matter of, we look at even the report that came from Tanzania, William Ruto is so shocked. He's so shocked. I know he's asking himself, what is happening? Which I don't know. Because when I look at Uganda, the same, They're doing different thing that William Ruto is doing. The same to Tanzania. In fact, Tanzania came out exposing William Ruto badly yesterday. That the prices of fuel are going to reduce in prices in Uganda, in Tanzania. But in Kenya, you're being told the prices are going to hike up in next week. At the same time, just the last week, the prices of fuel hiked up. Now, they're proposing the fuel to be at 300 Kenya shillings. That is almost $150. Where are we going? As the rebellion have already started in the Kenya Kwanza government, is William Ruto confirming himself as the first-term president and is not going to be re-elected again? Because the ground is shifting. The same to members of parliament allied to him. What do you think? Drop opinion at the comment section